Hi, good afternoon, all. Can you hear me? Good afternoon again. Welcome to today's webinar session. My name is Sridhar. I'm responsible for APAC markets for EON Reality. Today, I'll be sharing a bit about how to implement the EON-XR, a part of the Knowledge Metaverse program, into your institutions. And this effort has been drawn out for looking at how we can engage at a scale with academic institutions and enterprise partners more into the world of post-pandemic resilient recovery. When we address the market, we are looking at about a size of $1.5 trillion, which is there in this engagement. And what we are also looking here is not just the potential, but also the implementation that's happening across the world in various capacities, both big and small. And it pertains to both the academic studies and also the practical career training. Let me take a few words about EON Reality as a company. We are in business since 1999. And as we are offering the SaaS products, we focus on the areas of experiential learning, mainly in the aspects of bringing better learning, training, performing, and collaboration with a code-free XR and AI. And onto the platform, we have more than 5.1 million 3D assets, which is accessible to all our partners. And we are also able to provide a marketplace access. When we go for scalable rollouts, we offer a program for partners called Knowledge Metaverse program, which I'll be sharing in detail a bit later. And our presence is in more than 100 countries, and we are also working with governments both at national level and also at state level for large-scale rollouts. About EON's market penetration, when we see the metaverse being able to become a mainstream and EON's focus in the knowledge metaverse space, we have been able to get listed with a S4 filing on NASDAQ with a registration value of about $655 million. Our purpose is knowledge as a human right. We make experiential learning, which is available, affordable, and accessible. And also we work with not-for-profit organizations, EON Learn for Life, and we have been able to provide a lot of engagement into countries like Africa. When we look at the transformation of education and the education quality, we realize how we have to work with our partners. One such example is PwC here.
We have conducted a study on virtual reality learning. We found learners in VR required less time to learn. They had higher emotional connection to the content, higher confidence, and were less distracted during the training.
So we looked at the value, we looked at the performance, and these parameters were captured by PwC in some of their engagements. Now, when we look at EON's product itself, we are looking at the stages of growth and the evolution within the product development agenda, what we have been able to bring out to the market. Earlier, it was difficult to create and access the XR contents. Then we went into the next stage where we can look at how unhealthy escapism happens. And that's where we wanted to expand your reality and bringing in the digital twins approach. This video gives us a bit of an overview there. we go into digital twin, but this is also merged XR, where you can overlay the digital scanned objects on the actual objects there. Now, if I continue, learning alone is not always optimal. You have to work and connect in a teleported environment. And here we see like the interaction with multiple avatars over like different geographies also is possible today. Now, when we look at like the new product offerings, we see like building their own metaverse is difficult, and that's the challenge which we faced as a problem. And now when we saw like the ease of use with Metaverse Builder, we are able to bring like a whole new dimension of experience here.
I use jet engines like this in a lot of my projects.
Engines and work. This is the currently selected item.
We are giving multiple knowledge portals here in the context of the object itself, and you are building it in real time.
I can see a lot of specific interesting in the edge.
So I'll share the YouTube links later. I'll continue forward. Now, when we look at the code-free walk and talk AI support with the avatar guidance, here the whole experience is guided, and also it has multilingual support. Let me run this video for a short while.
Welcome to the EON Metaverse Builder, where you'll be able to create entire metaverse worlds consisting of multiple objects and environments.
This is a short introduction to the XR platform, where it is a step-by-step process where we are able to create your own worlds.
Configured and saved to your profile. Design, edit, personalize the appearance of your avatar from an assortment of physical traits. You'll begin your journey by creating your very own world. You could access multiple libraries within the EON platform, select assets, which can be scaled to size, and quickly move on to new assets as you place and expand the knowledge portals out, play the videos back in these modalities.
Here, all the knowledge portals are created by you in this environment, and the 3D assets, you are just importing it to this environment. And this is a ventilator, like this, more of a post-COVID theater, which we have prepared.
Minister inhalation anesthesia.
Una máquina de anestesia es un dispositivo médico que se usa para generar.
Das Narkosegerät, welches zum Narkosearbeitsplatz gehört.
You'll also have the tool called the AI search component, where you'll be able to take a picture of the asset that you're working with. Using Beam technology, this will bring back visual matches of the device that you are working with. You'll be able to browse an assortment of visual matches, select that one that fits the model that you're working with. These images will lead you to a much more refined, precise keyword search, which you'll be able to use to further add additional knowledge portals right into the model that you're working with.
Hi, I'm Megan. Today we're going to get to know our anesthesia machine. Just a couple things that I want to go over.
Which delivers a mix of anesthesia, gases, and oxygen to patients, while also monitoring blood pressure, pulse rates, and temperature.
The avatars are guiding how to use and operate the machines, and also like the desired outcomes can be learned with the virtual environment. And what we have created here is like to make sure that when you come in, you're able to have a complete knowledge transfer happening associated with the tools, and also how to operate those devices.
To prevent CO2 retention and carbon dioxide poisoning. In step 3, go ahead and take away these circuits, just so you can get used to seeing how it connects to the side of the machine, and go ahead and place the circuits back to its original part. Now go ahead and take the breathing bag and place it back. Completion rate, incorrect steps, target time, your time, with an overall score. You'll be able to capture.
This is more like a dashboard review which you are coming about your performance, like, and also how critical some of the areas you have touched base and how you have learned through the whole process. So moving on, if we look at like in the industry, we also have other segments which we are looking at to provide the platform and also to build the competence. And in the medical and health sciences area, there is a huge demand which we see coming up mainly for skills-based training, and also in some aspects more of the collaborative training environments. And I would like to sort of just touch base on some of the other areas which the platform has been working with, whether it is into the CWET or the health and human sciences, where we have some specific references, into fine arts media, and also into some soft skills area like social and behavioral sciences, and also business and accounting. But I'll not go into further details. Over here, like in terms of the overview of the company and the 4 product offerings, I would like to stop and switch a bit of like our engagement with the go-to-market and the commercial partners here. And I hope you are able to see like the product price list. EON Reality goes to the market with an offering of 4 products till date, and they focus on the product and the features of run, train, perform, collaborate. We have the base product EON-XR, which we had opened it up in 2019 as a part of the SaaS offering. Then into 2021, we launched Merged XR. Then we connected again with spatial meetings as the add-on offering. And into Q2 2022, we have launched the Metaverse Builder, and Interact and Knowledge Word are the other 2 offerings that has come out to the market. And we are also supporting the marketplace engagement through our partners. So there is a set of feature list which we have been able to achieve in this version release, and that's what like the feature list for each of the product offerings comes about. And later on, our team would be able to go through much more in detail. Same goes for Merged XR feature list. That's the second product offering within the EON-XR family. The third would be the spatial meetings product list. And here again, like we have a key features that has been outlined. And later on, when we share along with the feature list, you will be also having YouTube links that we will be able to share and assess like how this has been put to use. And the latest product in our offerings has been Metaverse Builder. And there again, like it has become a huge success into the engagement parameters with our partners, because it's a walk and talk feature that we have enabled within the Metaverse feature list. Now, coming to the pricing, we do have a single license for the academic and the enterprise one. And you see that like at students engagement, it's at $36, teachers at $55. That's just a per use per month basis. And the enterprise, we have a different pricing, and that's also exhibited on our website. And when you look at like the bulk discounts, we do have at the classroom level, at the department level, and at the institution level. Then we go for the campus level. In some cases with the grant guarantee programs, we have instituted a different mechanism where they had to qualify for them to get the grants. And here we are also looking at both the education and the enterprise packages, and that's where this pricing has been presented just as a part of the reflection, and some of the pricings are also available on EON Reality website. Now, the question comes back to us, why is EON launching the Knowledge Metaverse grant program? What we feel is the Knowledge Metaverse is not possible just by 1 or 2 vendors or the players. The reach out in the market is so huge that we had to collaborate with partners, and also we had to work together to build the Knowledge Metaverse. And this also helps in terms of creating jobs for future skills, and then XR R&D and discovery, where you can also create new IPs, patents, and own them. And how do we achieve this? This is where the key partner benefit and return on implementation comes into picture. One, when you become a partner with the EON-XR Center Grant Program, you are able to learn faster, retain knowledge longer, and make better decisions. That's like, on the platform, how we customize it, how we handhold and develop that. Second, all the IP created will be owned by our local partner. That's the foreground IP, whereas the background IP belongs to EON Reality. And when it comes to quality education, there are a lot of parameters out in the market which has been using like traditional classroom learning or simulation-based learning as against like learning based on EON-XR platform. And those matrices comes in both from the aspect of student skills retention and student score leading all the way to employment. Next is the monetization. Like we have up to 42 million viewers, where provided the content is validated and it is available on the marketplace, there is a revenue split of 70-30%. And then we have a network globally which will be able to market your contents, your IP onto our platform. So if you look at the XR Center key deliverables, we have the infrastructure where like the platform is hosted on Amazon Web Services, and also there is like annual upgrades and support which is provided. Then the EON-XR platform with the 4 product offerings which we go with. Then the latest hardware that supports the interaction, like Oculus Quest Pro, HoloLens, scanners, and a few other devices. Then the Metaverse Academy content, where we provide the know-how and the resources together with a complete rollout in a 9-step program. So when we look at how the grants program is implemented, this is like more for a scalable implementation, not like at a classroom level, but more of a campus level. Now, when we look at the process, there is a invitation for our partners to come on board and apply. And there is a criteria through our committee, which after the online submission, that the committee will determine whether you're qualified for the grant and at what level. And our account managers would be happy to assist you. Then once the determination happens, we invite you to go for a deep dive session to understand like the capabilities, because you would have made some entries about the possibilities of like what the deliverables from your side would be. And then we discuss the offer letter and we go with the delivery and the implementation plan. And when we do that, there is a central implementation process with our customer success department taking the lead and guiding you through the whole process. The video which is running on my screen is UBT, which is one of our reference partners which came on board during the pandemic time. And there is a few matrices which we can share also on that. And along with that, we keep on updating our content, leading to the syllabus that is available in Metaverse Academy. And few of the images which you see on the screen above Metaverse Academy are the students who have been graduated or initially started as interns with us, and then they have been able to build a career in the Metaverse space. And some of them have been also employed within EON Reality itself. And when we go for regional implementation, we see like the work, what we have done with Morocco, that's like more of a regional implementation, along with Learn for Life Foundation, which is a NGO. And we work with the local partner for regional rollouts. And here we have one of the polytechnics that has joined us to go ahead and deploy this. Earlier, I mentioned that a case study of UBT. If I just take like this data from 2020, in April, like if you see the engagement, it was very minimal. But if you look at like the engagement going all the way to June, from 1,700, it shot up to 16,000 students. And the same in respect to like 3D assets and creation, that is the red one. And then like the XR applications created, that really jumped from 169 to about like 1,600 plus. So that's like what we see, one of the case studies as a success during the pandemic, how they deployed this platform and how they put to use. Now, when we look at the specific grants, we can either target the future skills level on the grant program side, or we can go into the research grant program or into the knowledge metaverse grant program. Future skills and research grant programs are capped at like $15 million each, the quantum size of the commitment. Whereas the knowledge metaverse grant is at about 150 million, and that's where like the regional governments or the national rollouts comes into picture. And we'll be happy to go into the details while we guide you through the application process for the scalable deployment later. So on this note, I would like to stop here and see if there are any questions which I would be happy to address. And you can put your questions also in the chat, and we'll be able to take a few questions there. Thank you. I have a question from Daniel here. Are we providing support for other devices such as HTC? Yes, we do. In fact, we are on the EON-XR platform, and we support most of the branded devices across the world. One of the questions I have, like when we go for the grant programs, if I had to share like how this has been deployed and what is the learning curve. See, the whole purpose for us when we go for the grant program is to make it accessible, affordable, anytime, anywhere. So we are not looking at like a single license deployment, especially in the academic institutions. Then we will be looking at like more of a deployment at scale. And on the SaaS platform, all 4 products are accessible. And as an academic institute, you are in control as a lead admin to add and take the students based on the course curriculum, and also open up the admin rights for the teachers to add their own content. I have another question here. Does EON-XR use Unity? The answer is yes. We work with Unity 3D tools, and also the assets that's available in the library is also compatible with Unity 3D. So while I wait for further questions, I would like to invite the audience today to see if you have the possibility to join us in the next EON Experience Fest, which is being held in Istanbul, Turkey, 27th, 28th October. And I know some of you as participants here have also been registered for that event. Please do join us for that event if it's possible. If not, we will be also going live stream on that event, and we'll be sharing the agenda, and we'll be making some announcements both on the technology and also on the partnership, and which we'll be happy to sort of invite you to be a part of our bigger community with the EON family. Okay, I see that no further questions coming our way. So again, I take the opportunity for you to try out. There is a free version of the product available. Like its app name is called EON-XR. Download the newer version. It's not the classic one. It is the EON-XR version. And you will be having free access. And there are some limitations. You can't have the backend institute access on the free access. But if you want to try it out, like to see the VR AR experiences and also access some of the content in the library, you will be free to explore. And if you have any further questions, reach out to our team and we'll be happy to assist you.